Grade 11s. Today we are doing part 2, careful baby, of the PAT. So let's just get started. I said in the last video that we would stop when it came to presenting or starting working on our freehand drawings of a floor plan layout. And today I'm going to show you, just give you a brief idea of how you actually set up these freehand drawings. So we're going to go with two different, obviously, drawings. You need to draw two. I'm not going to give you answers, but I am going to sort of show you what you can expect to do once you get to this question. All right, so let me just see. All right, okay. So starting off, we need to look at our guidelines for the PAT, which is thrown away now. And it says here that we obviously need 2 decommissioned silos. So I'm just going to put the word silo so we know we need a silo in the room. And then it says, okay, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, large open area for an open plan, lounge and obviously kitchen. And then it says the silo may only be accessed from the lounge. So we're going to just draw a line there so we know that. Entertainment area must contain a built-in fire pit. So we could say fire pits. You're just basically bringing out the small little details. So when you start to design, you know exactly what you'll be designing. Yes, my sweetie pie, but you can't sit here. Otherwise, no one's going to be able to see. So get your bum out the video, please. Thank you. Okay, so what we are going to do next is then they say a covered and raised wooden veranda must run the full length of the north-facing side of the house and continue along one of the sides. Okay, the lounge and main bedroom must have sliding doors that open onto the veranda. So that means that the main bed and the kitchen area need to have the veranda attached. Okay, and then we are going to have a look-see. A carport for 2 cars, obviously we need to think about, but not quite yet. And then let's just see, there was something about the bathroom being used for the main bedroom. Okay, the one bathroom must be ensuite to the main bedroom, so we know 1 bathroom, and then the other 2 share a bathroom. Okay, so now with that we can sort of start to design. So we're going to start off by just taking a look at our floor plan. And I actually cannot see where the arrow is, so forgive me if I'm getting it wrong, but I think north is going this way. If I am incorrect, you should be able to know by seeing your paper, but what I'm going to do is just flip the house around if I've made a mistake. But anyways, just pretend we've got a north facing. So you're going to sort of start off by drawing bubbles. So what we're going to do, we're going to draw a big bubble here. We're going to be like, okay, this is our kitchen lounge area. All right. And then we could have the bedroom. So we could have the main bedroom next to the kitchen with the bathroom en suite like that. Okay. Obviously then we would have a door there. Perhaps there's like a little passageway. But we don't know that yet, so we're obviously just drawing bubbles. So we're going to put main bed and main bath. Okay, now we've got space for our veranda, so we can wrap our veranda around there, sort of get an idea. Okay, there might be where our veranda is. Okay, then we could have the silo attached here because they said you need to be accessed from the lounge. So your silo could be here. Obviously we don't know how big the silo is in terms of our scale just yet, so we're just drawing in that quickly. Please note you can't actually submit this as your freehand drawing. This is just to help you get an idea of the layout before you start doing your freehand drawing. Okay, and then say you've got, obviously like I said, a passage. So we've got a passage, and then we might have the 1 bedroom, the 2nd bedroom, and a bathroom between the 2. So bed 1, bath and bed 2. Okay, so there we go, you got a layout. And then basically what you do based on that is you can kind of visualize how it's going to look. So you could have your kitchen lounge area, you can draw squares around it, and you can sort of figure out what sort of scale would be best. Perhaps you've got your main bedroom over there with a sliding door opening on this side, or possibly even this side. You have your sliding door over here. Okay, you got your main bathroom attached there, bedroom 1, shared bathroom, bedroom 2, and then obviously we have our silo. Okay, so there we've got that over there. Then we will look at like, okay, perhaps you don't really like this design, or this is a basic design, but you want to try something else. So perhaps you've got a different layout. So let me just tuck this away so we can sort of see what we're doing now. So now we're going to do a different sort of design. So maybe you start with the silo and you have the silo at the back here. Okay, that's a bit big, sorry. So we have our silo at the back. Okay, and then we will have perhaps the kitchen lounge area going lengthwise like this. So we could have kids lounge. Then we might have the main bedroom on this side possibly, because then you could have the wraparound. So you might have the main bedroom with the attached bathroom on that side. So you might have bath, bed, and then obviously you could have the veranda around like this over here, and then you could have both bedrooms on the other side over here. So you got bedroom 1, see they have a bathroom that's shared between them, and bedroom 2. So we've got bed 1, bath, bed 2. Okay, so do you see how just by doing that you can get different kind of sort of layouts for what your place might look like? And obviously you might have, you know, the outlines, get a bit of an idea of the shape of what your building is going to be like. If you want to be more creative, that's absolutely awesome. You're more than welcome to do that, really. But yeah, this is just if you're not 100% sure how to lay it out. And you can see by the bubbles, I've kind of chosen spaces or bubbles that are sort of like more or less the scale that will be used for like the spaces in the rooms. Okay, so once you've got that, say now you're doing both your freehand drawings. Obviously I did say to you should watch the metric scale video to be able to do your drawing, but obviously I'm not going to do this to scale. I'm just going to draw it up by hand because I think that makes it easier for me, and otherwise you'd be sitting here for so long. And that video should help you, so we don't need to worry about that. But say now we choose this one over here. I think I'm going to just quickly tear it so that I can keep referring to it while we're busy. So just give me a sec to do that quickly. Okay. So we've obviously got our design over here. So now imagine this could be on a scrap piece of paper because this is not your freehand drawing. Now imagine this is an A3 piece of paper. You lay it down. You've got your grid paper underneath because obviously you do need to be doing this with grid paper because it is freehand. And then you start designing. So we now need to look at the actual measurements of the room. So they gave us the measurements of the silo, which we should actually use to work out first. So let's just quickly have a look here at the rooms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write them out with the measurements that have already been given to us so that you don't have to do that and we don't have to sit and do it together. I'll just give it to you and then we'll continue. Okay, so they don't actually give any other measurements that they would like for any of the other rooms. They only give the silo, which I believe is pi radius squared to get the area. So that's how I worked it out. If it is incorrect, I'll obviously just put something up on the screen for you guys so we get the right measurements. So yeah, maths is not my strong point, so I do not want to throw you guys under the bus by lying to you. So I'll obviously just check that once we're done. But anyways, let's just get started. So now we've got the silo, we've got the bathrooms. Now normally a good like a good spacious bathroom would be about 3 by 2 meters, or even 2 by 2.5 meters. Maybe that's a bit small. It could be used as just like a bathroom. Okay, I'd say let's go 3 by 2 meters, okay? Because that would mean you have 3 meters by 2 meters, okay? So let's just see what that gives us. Gives us 6 meters squared. Okay, perhaps you have that for both bathrooms, so that's already 12 meters total. Okay, so now we've got 32 plus 12. Obviously, we've got the extra parts over there. So we've got 44.7. That's including the bathrooms. Then bedrooms. A good area could be 3 by 3 for the 2 little bedrooms, because it's being used as a short-term rental and like a hotel, like a Airbnb kind of setup by the sounds of the PAT scenario. So basically, you don't really need an incredibly large bedroom. Just a small little space that will work for a short term is perfect. So we could probably say about 4 by 3 meters per bedroom for the 2 small bedrooms. So that will be 4 times 3, giving us 12, which in total will give us 24 meters squared for both. Okay, so then you can add that, and this is just to make sure that you don't overdo the size of your house and then have to erase and start all over again. Okay, the main bedroom can be slightly bigger because obviously it is the main bedroom. So we will have, say, 4 by times 4.5 gives a little bit more space. You could even change it to whatever you want. You do not have to at all keep the measurements that I'm doing at all. So this is just to give you an example. So you have 68 plus 18, that will give us 86 meters squared solar. Now remember, the total area of the house, including the silo and the veranda, may not exceed 180 meters squared. Okay, so say we've got the kitchen and lounge area that we need to work out now. So I would say a spacious kitchen and lounge would be 6 by 8 meters, which will give us 48 meters squared. So that's 6 by 8, and 86 plus 48 gives us 134 meters so far. Okay, so that means the veranda, we'll have to think about how long it might be. So it might be the length of the kitchen lounge, which could be 8 meters, and then say 4 meters, and possibly an extra 2.5. Okay, so if we add that one side, it'll be 8 plus 4 plus 2.5. Okay, and say we've got a thickness of 2.5. So that would already be 36.25 meters. Now that should be getting close to overdoing the limit. So let's just check. 134 plus 36 is 170. And then here you might have 5, or not even, you might have 4.5 times 2.5, which will give you 11, which just goes over. So you might do it a little bit smaller. You might say 4 times 2.5, which gives you 10, and they exactly have 180 meters squared. Okay, so now that you've got all of the logistics of everything figured out, you can be like, okay, cool, that will be 4. The thickness is obviously 2.5, and you can kind of put in the values for your rooms and things like that, and then we can get started with the actual drawing. Okay, so once you have done that, you'll obviously start developing the layout. So I'm obviously not going to do this to scale, so just keep this in mind. This is just to demonstrate what is required of you to kind of get an idea of the area and how everything's going to fit. Now that we've done that, we're obviously going to do the drawing. So we know that the silo has to attach to the lounge. So I'm going to do that the walls just touch each other. That's actually a bit small for the silo. So let's do that again. We'll just do this as nicely as possible so you guys get a good understanding of what to do. But yeah, don't forget this is all freehand. Okay, so we've got a nice circle, and I'm going to make it that it just touches the wall so that there's no awkward funny spaces. So we have the kitchen lounge area, okay, our sliding door there. You could even have like a front door and the sliding door over there. So let's actually do that. Maybe it'll be a bit more interesting. Let's see what they want as well. Open plan kitchen lounge. Okay, yeah. So you could do like your sliding door over here. So we're just going to leave space for a sliding door. And then you might have like your front entrance door over there. And then I'm just going to do this so we demonstrate that there's a door there. Do not do this. Obviously, you will draw it as how you kind of see your civil drawings in your workbook. Okay. Then we'll have the main bedroom over here. So I would like to keep it flat so that it doesn't mess around with the veranda. So then we've got the main bedroom, the door leading into the main bedroom. And then we've obviously got the ensuite bathroom as well, which will be over there. Okay, then we've obviously got the other bedrooms as well. So maybe we do a passage. Oh no, I was gone. Okay, so just grab another eraser. Okay, so now maybe you don't actually want a passage because obviously the way I worked it out, there's no passage and everything needs to fit in perfectly. Otherwise, there's not going to be space for or extra floor area space for the passage. Okay, so you might have the one bedroom over here. Okay, and then we might have the bathroom. Obviously, the bathroom won't be as big as the bedroom, and then the other bedroom over here. Okay, so say that's what you've got so far. Then obviously the main area needs a open sliding door, so we might put it over there. Actually, let's put it further down this side. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it here, and I'm going to tell you why now, because we need to add built-in cupboards to the rooms. So if we put it here, we could put the built-in cupboard here, BIC, BIC, and then it doesn't interfere with the bedroom, and essentially the bed could go here, but you don't need to draw that in, so don't worry. Okay, then we're going to draw in our sliding door. So you're basically drawing everything as if it were already, but we might need the sliding door on this side for the veranda, so hold on. Okay, so do you see why it's important for you to plan so that you can get a good idea of where everything should go? So let's do that. We'll put the sliding door further back there. Should have enough space. Okay, we've got our sliding door. Okay, we've got our veranda that goes around like this. Got our other sliding door. Got a front door that can open this way. Obviously, you will need to design the kitchen in, so you might want to put a door further close to the side, and then you could have like an open plan kitchen over here, right, with your built-in cupboards and space for a stove and whatnot on this side, with your lounge on this side here. Then obviously we've got the entertainment room with the fire pit, and basically you're going to draw it like with your walls hatched and everything so that it looks very professional. So I'm going to do it with one room so that you can see what it would look like, because I'm not going to draw all of this all day. So there's your wall thickness. Okay, got to hatch our walls as well. Might have a window over here. Continue to hatch the walls. Then they want a bath, so you might have the bath go over here. And they want a shower, so maybe your shower goes over here. And then you might have a wash basin placed here and your water closet over there, or however you plan it. Okay, and then you're obviously going to need to add all those nitty-gritty details. And as far as I know, you don't actually need to put the electrical fittings in just yet. Okay, pencil only. Select the best. Okay, I'm pretty sure you don't need to put your electrical fittings, but if you're not sure, you can always go to the end papers over here and you can see what you need to add. So new building showing all rooms and areas, you're going to obviously need to draw up a table showing the areas that you've worked out, which I'll show you what to do then now. correct presentation of building features. So that means like drawing it accurately so that it kind of looks like that, like in your workbooks. All fixtures, correct presentation of fixtures, relative size proportion of all features to each other, meaning that everything is sort of matching, primary labels and primary dimensions, area calculations shown with specifications, and design functionality. So it means that design functionality means like how well the space works. Okay, and then you might have a table here. So you might have like an area table. Okay, then you might, I don't know, however you want to work it, I suppose, might have room, area, and then at the end you total it, say 180 meters squared or whatever. Okay. All right, and then you're going to put your values in there. Okay, and then your primary dimensions are like your main dimensions, so you might want to give the dimension of that space there, this space here. Perhaps you want to provide like dimensions on spacing between the rooms over here, the diameter of the circle, that sort of thing. Okay, and then your next step for the project will be to select the best freehand solution. This is making me out of breath, I'm so sorry. Okay, select the best freehand solution that demonstrates an in-depth understanding of the scenario. On a separate page, compare and evaluate the two freehand solutions. So remember, you are doing two of the freehand solutions. And then it says create a table with a minimum of 4 relevant self-explanatory descriptive criteria that will facilitate measurable comparisons. Minimum of 4, okay? Creating and applying a simple self-explanatory rating scale to score each solution to each criterion, okay? Justifying each rating scale by describing the positive and or negative aspects of the solution against each criterion. Okay, complete the process by writing a comprehensive summary giving reasons for your selected freehand solution. The summary must also include whether or not any late changes were made to the freehand solution or not. Okay, so if you're going to make changes, you need to specify. If there were late changes, they must be clearly described. Okay, so now we've got this little section here. So you could say comparison of freehand drawings, whatever you want to label it, but make it make sense though. Then you might have a table, so you might have like a table set up like this, where you have freehand 1 and number 2, okay? And then you might have criteria. I should have left a bit more space, but say you had, say like overall layout, okay? Then you rate the layout. Like if you think you came up with the best layout ever, you might give this one a score 10 out of 10. Maybe this one gets like a 5 out of 10. You didn't think it was practical enough. And you do need to specify a rating scale. So you might say 1 is terrible, 2 is, I don't know, adequate, something like that. 10 might be incredible. So you're going to make like a rating scale so that the person marking knows, okay, this was a good design, right? And then you obviously you're going to like work out your scores, and then your summary will be here, and you might say, I decided to change the layout of freehand drawing 2, blah blah blah. I chose freehand drawing 1 as I think it's more effective and aesthetic, blah 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 blah, whatever you want to say. Okay, and that's sort of what that page is going to be all about. So this is it's kind of like a shortish video, I suppose, but I hope it kind of gets you a little bit of an understanding of what's expected of you. All right, this should be on an A3 page, by the way. But yeah, once you've done that, we'll move on to phase 2 so that you can kind of see what else is required of you. Obviously, I'm not going to draw everything in, but as long as you guys have an understanding, you should be able to do your own thing. This is just to give you an idea of what to do if you're not 100% sure. Okay, so I hope this helped.